new career or kickstart that new idea that you've got.
Microsoft Reactor connects you with the developers and startups that share your goals.
Learn new skills, meet new peers, and discover the latest in technology.
Events are running around the clock, so join us anytime, anywhere.
Reactors are communities to connect. We want you to meet real developers and entrepreneurs just like you. Here you can get skilled up and learn from our product experts in the Microsoft Cloud and in open source. So watch us on demand and share your own perspective as we live stream in communities all around the world.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for joining us today. My name is Rashmita, and I'm the event planner for Microsoft Reactor India. This session will run over the next 60 minutes, including Q&A. But before we begin today's session, please take a moment to read our code of conduct. We are all here to learn together, so please be respectful of other people's views, understanding of differences, being kind and considerate in the way you engage. The chat section will be open throughout, and we do encourage you all to participate. So please feel free to drop all your questions in the chat section. I would now like to welcome Swami, our speaker for today's session. He is an aspirant software architect and currently works at Applied Information Sciences. He loves to learn about new technologies, but for now, I will hand over to Swami to begin the session. Let me bring him into the stream. There you go. Over to you, Swami.
Hey, Rashmita, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing good. How are you, Swami?
Okay. Is my screen share?
Yes. Your
Doing
screen
excellent.
is up, Swami.
Yeah. Shall I go ahead?
Please.
For joining this session. And there are a lot of changes in the syllabus of AI exam. I just want to walk you through real quick the serious changes. So I just wanted to spend 5 minutes time on this, but that will not impact our journey, whatever we were doing. In this, if you see, we have completed a couple of things, and some of the things which new things have come. If I go here and look at this Gen AI, we did more than what is there here. We did 7 or 8 sessions in this, but it has been condensed, and some of the portions has been moved to respective another blocks. So this is done, and if you see, what is new is develop Gen AI apps using Azure AI Foundry and develop AI agents. So these 2 chapters are pretty new. We will do it. We will not leave any of those content. As I was mentioning from starting, the number of sessions is not a constraint. We need to learn the knowledge. We will learn the knowledge. And here, if you see in the plan, prepare, and develop, the entire first section has been facelifted, or I see that all the units which I covered is gone. And this section, use AI responsibly with AI Azure AI content safety. This is like a magic. I prepared for this. The moment I was about to present, this was taken off the plate, and now I'm seeing it as back. So we'll take a look at this also. It's not a big thing. So if you see, to a decent extent, 2 units there, and these 2 chapters are new. So that makes all these things covered. And this we took a lot of time to go through episode where we have done. That is the only thing which I see. A new develop an audio enabled application, generative AI. As I was mentioning, if we see the Gen AI chapter over here, some of the things has been moved to its respective blocks. So this is one thing which has come. But apart from this, if we see the previous episode was this one. Like if you see, let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. So we did 8 episodes in this NLP section. All 8 we have covered. This new thing has come. So what is my plan is, along with our regular sessions, we will squeeze in these new changes. I mean, if it's not squeezing, we'll try to accommodate it. If not, we'll do a new session. Okay. And if you see the computer vision perspective, this all happened April 30. So from the computer vision perspective, again, I see a Gen AI piece has been embedded over here. Apart from that, if you see, rest of the things all we have covered to a decent extent. And those things which are new or has been injected, we'll look at it. So we planned these two things, knowledge mining and document intelligence. We'll be going through, because this today's chapter, I felt it needs a decent time. We'll see decent time. And as a bonus episode, as I was mentioning, we'll work on the business apps or real-time apps. So one, I kept it ready. But as I was mentioning, we will again, while we are going through these two, I'll go through the remaining chapters, see which units has been revised. And some of the things are entirely new. If you see, develop AI agents and AI Foundry. If you see these two chapters, they are entirely new. I myself completed. You'll see that any chapter before I come for a discussion, I myself completed, do the samples, all the samples, keep myself ready before coming on the show. So I think that's about this. And today's session is implement knowledge mining. And that's the one. So if you see in this, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So there are pretty much great things are there, and couple of things which we can cover in one episode, and other things which are little bit huge will take time to discuss on that. So that's the one. So the code for today, this is my GitHub account, and today's demo script is here. That's the 26. I just checked in. I still need to. I just created a few other images which I have to check in. I'll check in little later to the cognitive skills and other things in the documentation. I'll update it. But for now, we will go through and we'll do it live. So the things has come pretty good. Do a face decent. We have today's content. All these things are here. Introduce this chapter and go, and we'll do a live session now, because I just created few things, and few things will change. So let's see how the things are going. Let me come back to this one. So here we go. Let's go with the first chapter. Create an Azure AI Search. Let me have a glass of water. A decent 50 plus minutes time. So let's spend time on that. Let me start with this. We'll understand few things and then we will go. I'll keep the exercise piece also side by side, so that it will be easy for us to go and follow some of the things where we go and create it. So at some places we need to go and create it. Some place we'll understand the theory. Some place we go and create it so that it will be easy. We'll create things live now. So here, let's understand this. We know the content is becoming more and more every day, and I would call every hour. There are tons and tons of contents are getting generated, be it structured or unstructured or semi-structured. Now the game has changed. Nowadays, a lot of images as well as the video. I see things are moving pretty fast in the AI world. Like how we query document, there are places where you can query a video and it does that. I mean, things are moving pretty fast, and we need to be on our toes. So, what is this AI search? I mean, I just took this and did some slight modification here. So you can see this search indexes our data, applies enrichment, and exposes high scale API. We'll see that. Index documents and database, and enrich content with built-in cognitive skills, and query can be full text, filtered, and facets. So we'll see. And let's come back and see the provisioning of Azure AI resources. So here, when we want to create an intelligent solution, like that's the title we have given, building intelligent search solutions. So the cognitive services, it involves the AI search, and it involves the storage account. We do need all these three. So let me go back and let's create all these three over here. So is there anything which this is search, and this is the service. Let's use this service as it is, but search will create dev002, and also the storage account will create 002. So let's make it a little bit of light. Here there is nothing. It just I just created a multi-account service. Okay, let's create the search first. Let's go and do this. We need to create the search. So what is something new? We'll just check that, but this will be the live thing. So I click on create, and we need to search for Azure AI Search. This one, Azure AI Search. Just create that. I think I switched off my cam. Okay. That's the Azure AI Search. And in the name, one thing we need to ensure that these resources should be in the same region. So I will select the East US. I select the East US, and I'll change the pricing tier also. Whatever the current pricing tier, which gives us a lot of benefits, but at the same time, the pocket has to be pretty heavy to sustain the billing. So it's a balance between how much do you need. So something you are experimenting, you can go on a free tier just to know the ins and outs of that, and something you want to do a dev test, a little bit of basics like that. So let me see. I don't expect that it will take this much time. like this basic one, and that's 6,000 rupees per month. Okay, looks like I lost it. I'm sorry for that. Let's do it again. Click on this, and Azure AI Search, and let's click on this. Let's make it 02, and I'll all the resources which I create generally I do it in East US. And again, this guy is troubling me. Um, okay, for the time being, let me keep it, because anyways I'm going to delete it in next 5-10 minutes, or 1 hour at max. It will be for 1 hour, so I'll just keep it as it is. So we have created with the higher tier. So let's see what else we can do. So we need to, we spoke about index the document, use the cognitive skills to enrich the index, and store extracted insights in the knowledge store for analysis. So that was the first piece. And these three things we don't need to consider, but out of 7, let's see about the managed capacity, and that is very, very important. So if you see free, basic, standard, and optimized, there are different things which are there. But what is very important is the replicas and the partitions. So replicas is number of instances, and the partitions is where you store the data in different places where you will get a higher throughput of IO. And one formula is which is very much needed is this replicas into partitions is the search units, so SU. So we did create a higher search units. When we come back here, let me go back to the resource group and look at the dev 002, whatever. I come and see this the search which we created here has got the higher partitions as well as the replica. So we are getting the benefit. For some reason, this is little slow. I don't know why. It takes it doesn't take this much time. Okay, for some reason it is little slow. I don't know why. Okay, 100 plus speed. So there's nothing to the speed. So we can do scale and other things. So let's keep it here. So that's about the partitions, and very important, the replicas and partitions. And we can get into the scale to see here in the scale. Let's wait for that to flush out. And in the meanwhile, we'll see we spoke about different tiers, and each will have its it comes with a cost. So I mean, I'm not scaring anyone with this cost, but what I'm telling is, if we need something to be done, it's better to spend the cost. See, if something which will be done in 20 minutes instead of 2 hours, better I go with the higher performance with the extra cost, get it done quickly, instead of going with a small which takes 2 hours, going with a medium one which takes 1 hour, going with a higher one, it gets done in 20 minutes. It's all the trade-offs which we need to take. So provisioning the resources which we did only one resources. We have to do other 2 resources. Let's complete the other two resources. For some reason today it is pretty bad. I don't know why. Let's see that. The other one, we have to provision the multi-service account. So that I'll just show you, because we have seen this in the series. We already completed 25. I think rest of the year, around 15 more sessions will be sticking to the AI only. Azure AI services. Let's go to this Azure AI services. So that's a multi-service account with a new icon. Let's see this one, Azure AI service. Okay, similar to the Azure AI Foundry. I see the same icon. So let's go and create STROAG. Let's create the storage account. What? Okay, let's create the storage account. Okay, I was little in hurry. So let's take this one and go ahead and create. Wow, it's really something to do with the portal, because it's 100 plus speed, internet speed. Okay, at least 90. Wow. Let's give it a minute. Storage account is here. So this time I'm pasting, instead of 001, I just created couple of hours ago. Now the primary service, I'll select this. It's standard. We don't need GRS. We'll take LRS. It's a low cost, and then we'll go ahead and create it. So let's see. Let's click on create, and let's see the documentation. And we'll switch between the syllabus and the hands-on exercise. So we have to create 3 resources. This I'm using the existing one. Search we created new. Storage account we created new. So those 2 things we have created new. Now prepare to develop app in Visual Studio Code. Now the first piece is we need to upload the document, as well as we need to create. In the previous episodes or previous sessions, we saw we went into the storage account where we created the containers, and we uploaded it manually using the portal. And that is fine if we are doing or testing it for the first time, just to know the nitty-gritties or internals, we can do that. But we would expect that it should be, the process should be repeatable. So that's where the automation comes into play. Okay, so there is something known as upload docs. I just did a straight lift of what Microsoft, and also let me show you from the documents perspective. There are 2. So there are some documents, and there are quite a few reviews in this one. So that's the part of the knowledge mining. These all things are coming from the, if you go to this link, every bit and piece, including the storage or the samples or the files, everything is here. So whatever we are discussing now is directly coming in from here. So these are the things which we are seeing in. Okay, so that's what I will be able to see. Knowledge mining, if you see that, that's the repo, and from the history perspective also, if you see that 3 days ago, so it's exactly matching what was changed there. We have a slight modification which I did it, moved the files to a different place. I am more comfortable in PowerShell than command batch file. So here did a slight modification. If you see that these were hard coded at the top, and instead of that, I just took help of GPT. It's not my created this, and let me close it so that we'll get some extra space. So these are the two folders from where we need to pick up the documents, and then setting the subscription, creating a new storage account, uploading the documents, and go through all the documents and upload it. So how does it look? I'll just show you, but we will do it live. Upload the documents. It will be something pretty similar to this. I think today is very bad day. Let me go to upload docs. Okay, so I'll click on that upload docs PowerShell. Oh, I already kept this. So we need to send the subscription ID, storage account, and the storage key. So for these, we need to go to the new storage account which we have created. So let me go to the resource. This is storage account. And we'll go to the keys. You'll see this is a storage account. Let me come back to this one. And that should be, what happened just now? Okay, I'll be here. So what I have to do is I will have to change the storage account. This is the storage account. Let me copy this. That's the storage account. And then I need the storage account key. So let me go grab the storage account key. So I'll show this, click on this. Anyways, I'm going to delete that storage account. Both are here. So let me come back to that. I will come back here. So this is the one which we are doing. So we need to have the subscription ID, storage account, and the storage key. So once that is done, we need to come back over here, and I will select my MVP account. For some reason, what? Okay, I will select this. I think today is a pretty bad day for sure. Nothing is working as expected. Let me do the sign in. Ooh, for some reason. Okay, anyways, it already started pushing it. So after the sign in, it gets the our account, and it creates this and starts pushing in all the files. So let's go and see that. At least something is working. Thank God for that. This is the one which we just created, and we didn't create any container. And we see the PowerShell is in action, which is pushing in all the files. You can see that it is writing which transmissions is good. I think it's really something wrong. Maybe the network connection, because I see my internet speed is good, but here it's taking longer than usual. Okay, thank God. See, just now it got created 15:59, 2 minutes ago. That means the PowerShell has created it, and we see that. So that also we can see that in containers it will start uploading the file. Created at 4 o'clock. We should see a bunch of files here. So that was started. It shows those files has been successfully uploaded. So that will be the step. Go ahead and create something in the next steps. I think this should be done. So we did the provisioning and we were able to upload. And we discussed about the capacity also, and the replicas, the number of instances versus the partitions where the data is stored for high IO operations. We definitely need that. And the search units is the replicas into the partitions. We have seen that. Now, if you try to come and understand what are the basic components of search, so we see data source could be the blob storage or the Azure database or Cosmos. I myself tried, I did it 4 to 5 times, but I just tried only the blob storage. I never tried SQL or Cosmos. Now, if you see that skill set, so skill set is a collection of AI that can be applied to the context of context in an index. So it defines how to extract insights from data and how to map those insights into index schema. So something like language detection, key phrase, sentiment analysis, entity recognition, OCR. Suppose your PDF, our PDF has got images, and read from the images and get the content. And indexer, there's something indexer and index. So it defines how to pull the data from the source, runs the skill set. So we saw that this is the skill set, and extract fields into index schema. Okay, so index is like key, whether it is a searchable or filterable, sortable, facet, generate facet count, and whether retrievable. Sometimes you have some of the columns which you don't want to appear as part of the retrievable, then you need to uncheck that. So we will see that in a moment. Let's see this, whether loaded. Let's go and check this one card. Seriously, today is not out for a good walk. Yes, trying very hard and it's not working. So you see this by 4:02, everything was uploaded. Okay, it took time. See this by 3:59 itself, it started uploading all the way till 4:03. I think that's what it took. So let's come back to this one and see where do we stand. We saw the data source, we saw the skill set. Okay, if you see this skill set in Azure AI Search, you can apply artificial intelligence skills as part of indexing process. So if you see that the skills used by the indexer to encapsulate are encapsulated in the skill set. So we spoke about that indexer is an engine that drives the overall indexing process. An index is the searchable result of the indexing process. And then we'll go and see the next item. I just wanted to do the mix and match so we will understand. So let's see some of these things. Now we'll switch to the lab. Let's come back to the lab. I'll close this tab. So here in this lab, we have uploaded the document. We did a login and we executed this, and everything got uploaded. Let's see how do we do the indexing. Let me go back to the storage account which we created. I'll go here and we'll see here we need to go to the search and download the data. So we saw that that's, let me right mouse click, open a new window, and right mouse click, open a new window. So here if you see that this is the search resource group, which is over here. I just have the resource here. So let's see 100 Mbps. Sometimes it will be, we have a container and all the files has been uploaded using the PowerShell. Microsoft has given the PowerShell, the command, the batch file, and the shell script to cover wide flavor of operating systems. And this is a search hard. It's taking serious time. Come on, and wait for the search to give us the UI. Once this UI is given, we'll go into the, okay, thank God, the UI is here. Now we need to connect to the data. Let me click on this import. You'll see that we'll click on the import, and from here connect to an Azure Blob Storage. And in this, that's the Azure Blob Storage, and this one is the data source name. Okay, the content and metadata, the default, the subscription, and we need to select the container which got created. Here, let's choose an existing, and this is the one which we created. That's 002, and click on select. So that gets selected, and the container name, folder, leave it blank, and this is what we'll put it here. And now let's add the cognitive services. We did that, and attach AI services section. So here it's doing some validation, and then we'll go to here. We will select the service, Azure AI service. That's for the search. So we need to select that service, and then in the add enrichment, there's a pretty decent one. We need to spend a little bit of time to select some of those enrichments. We'll select this as a skill set, and OCR should be enabled. That means it gives us a capability if you have uploaded an image and that has got a content, it goes and grabs it. This we did it in Vision section, and source data is merged content, and enrichment granularity level, will leave it there. And cognitive skills, if you see, select the following enriched fields: location, phrases, language, tags, generate tags from image, generate captions from image. These are the 5 things which we need to select. So I'll just scroll back. We need location, phrase, and language. So we have location, we need phrase, and we need language. Okay, and also these two. So these are the 5 things, and double check that it's there, and then customize the target index. So we selected those things, those 5 items, whatever was defined there, and we came back to this, and here we will select the change the index name, Azure Blob Index. We changed it, and meta storage path, and these are some of the things we will understand over here in the indexing process. You see that meta storage name, meta author, content, and other things. We'll see visually how it looks, but let's follow how to create it initially, and then we'll come back, fix some of the fundamentals. Okay, so we will, yeah. So the suggester name should be blank, and the search mode at its default. So suggester name and search mode. So let's keep that as default. So I just want to give you some information. That's about the API. I missed something. I'll come back to you. Let me recall. Right now, I'm not able to recall. Once I recall, I'll come back. So here, meta storage size, storage last modified, storage name, meta author, location, key phrases, and language. And this is the first one, retrievable. This is the first one, retrievable. So key phrase, language, merge content, text, layout, image, captions, and all these things. We want to show that it's not a problem. And out of this, author is one which we want to be retrieved, and author is there. Storage name, uh, metadata author, the storage name, and last modified and size, these one. Okay, please ensure that these are the 5 things: author, storage name, last modified size, storage size, last modified, and storage name and author. We selected this. And next, filterable. Again, we should have all these same things in filterable. So we need to have the storage size modified, and name, and author, and all the other 3 also. What is that? Location, key phrase, and language. Location, key phrase, and language. So we selected that. So we retrievable, filterable on all these 3, and sortable is only those 4 fields, the meta one. So let's go back, and in the sortable, and facetable is this one, best. Okay, now double check selection, paying a particular attention to ensure that retrieval, these I think we already did it. So searchable is all green, and facetable is 1, and sortable is 4. Filterable, we had this 4 plus this one we selected. And I think we need to go to the next one, We will go to the next one. After this, we will create the indexer. Now, once we come back and we understand that what is the terms which we are using, what does indexer means, what is the skill set, what is the data source. Now we are correlating what is that when we practically do that. So here it is there, and when I expand, for some reason, am I the only one who's not looking at? Because in the documentation, it says that expand advanced option and ensure base 64 encoded keys option is selected, generally encoding. I could not find it. Might be it's my problem. Okay, I could not find it, so I just left it as it is, and I click on submit. So that gets submitted, and once that is done, it gives us a control back. So in the meanwhile, we'll look at here in the indexes, we'll come back. That's the next step. So here, what happens is in this documentation, to understand it better. So initially, raw fields of your data are mapped into the JSON content. So it will be like this. And then if at all we have any of the images, those will be put it in an array. And then applying the cognitive skills, maybe the language detection, OCR, extract the content from the images and merge the content and map it to an index. So like if you see that there's a PDF file, who's the author of that and what is the content, how many images are there, English, and the merged content is, all the things are coming. I mean, if you see there is an image which has got sales chart for Q1, and there's another image, it has got a revenue table. If you see the content and whatever it has extracted from those images, or everything is put into the merged content. So now we understand things a little bit better now. That's the steps which we followed now. Now we need to do a little bit of search. So let's understand the search a bit, and then we'll come back and do a hands-on on that. Now we can do full text searches, or search type is whether it can be simple or full, and mode is pretty much, if you see, it is based on multiple search term. For example, if it is comfortable hotel, so it returns document that might contain either comfortable hotel or both. Okay, if it is search mode is restrict, so it definitely needs to contain both. So it's a union. So query processing, lexical analysis, document retrieval, scoring. Okay, relevance score is assigned to each result based on the term frequency and inverse document frequency. Okay, so now let's go to the sixth, applying the filter and sorting. This is pretty good. I really liked it. Like they are explaining how the things should be done, whether the OData format having the filter or the query type is simple. You can add it like this. You add the search and the filter. If it is a query type full and you want to do it in a OData, you need to pass in the filter with full Lucini search expression. The filter with facets. Facets are useful way to present users with filtering criteria based on the value. Now you see search facet is this one again. It's a regular and OData, and here we are saying the sorting. So all this we will be able to see that. Let's see one other thing before we jump into. Okay, this enhancing the index is, this is the beautiful one I really love. I don't have the sample, but would love to do something. These three things are very, very important. Search as you type is, we type something and you see the search box, it brings in the related words, retrieval and auto completion. And custom sorting and result booting is there, and synonyms is very important. Like you search for United Kingdom and something really related whether the Great Britain or GB, those things it will bring it. So now let's come back to this one. We have uploaded the document and we created the index. Now it's time for us to look at the index. Let's come back to this one, search. On the left side, you can see we can go deep into the weeds to look at what all the things it created, the skill set or the data sources or indexes. We can spend a decent amount of time to get into these things. You see that's the storage account which we connected. And let's go to this skill set. That's the skill set. There are 6 skill sets I think we have added to this one, and you can see that here. Language, code, locations, that's a merge content, key phrases, whatever we, if you see that from the image. Okay, so that's one. And we see that indexes. Okay, that is this indexes. You see documents as 72 out of 72 documents. It took 5 minutes to index it, and you can see all were success in this process. And I don't want to touch any of those things and break this live demo, whatever we are doing it. So it's we can go deep into that. And what is very important for us is this indexes, and you can see this, that's the one. And you can click on this, come back to this one and click on this, and you can see that here it gives us a beautiful panel where we can interact with the indexes. We can do it with the REST API also. I think the next episode is little lighter, where we can do some of the other things which we could not achieve. Or I'll bring in some other content, as we have seen that the latest April 30 changes are pretty major, I would call, because 3 new chapters has been added and the content has been reshuffled, and some things has been removed, some things has been added. So I think we have a decent time. Let's go through. Okay, so here you can see this created demo up they have given. We can try that also, but let's stick to the game plan. We have scoring profiles, vector profiles, semantic cars, and you can see the fields. So you can see that here, whatever we have selected, and here are the filterable. Let's go to the search explorer. I'm saying that asterisk and click on search. So it's doing a search to bring everything. So you can see this, there is a review and key phrases it is extracting, and this is also a review. If I come back, let's see something else. There's also a reviewer. There's also a reviewer. And there are other documents also where we were trying Dubai. So we had a, let's see that, image, layout, merge content. Now key phrase Burj Khalifa. Like here, see this, the author is the Marji's Travels, and you see that that is coming from the Dubai browser. But when we search reviewer, it is bringing all the reviews. You see that the date 2018 14 or something, it's bringing in. Here you can check the query options, and here we can switch between the JSON view and the query view. Okay, so that's the one, and you can count two. Now let's see that. Let's put it here. Let's switch it to this. Let's try one or two, and let's uh, look at the sample which they have given. Oh, they have one. There's one more step in between. Anyways, I blocked it. So you can see that while extracting here in this one, let's see the OData count at the top is 72, and we saw that 72 files. In the previous screen, we saw that 72/72. That means all the documents it was able to index it. And now here we want only the storage name, metadata, author, and location. Now, if you see that it is bringing storage size, last name, path, a lot of things it is bringing. Now we are saying that, hey, you bring everything, but select only these fields. Now, if you go here, you can see what is that we said we bring the meta storage name. So that means from which file, and meta author, whether it is from the particular file or from the review, what it is, and the location. I mean, if I don't want the locations also, I'll go and do that. You see only two things are coming in. So we are doing, I mean, there's a lot they have given. And here what's happening is when we want to go and update it, see, you can see that Visual Studio Code modify search. There's a skill set, open skill set, the JSON, and we need to specify the cognitive services key as well as this one. So let's try that. Where am I? I'm here. So this is done. So I'll close this. Let's go to the modify search, and let's go to this command line, and we need to go to the search first. So let me go to the search, come back to the overview, and it should be, oh, come on, why it is taking that much time today? Okay, this is the URL. I just copied that, and okay, and let me go to the keys, and let me copy the keys. Okay, I copied the keys. After doing that, what we need to do is, after doing this one, you need to go to the skill set JSON here in the modify search. Skill set JSON, this is where you need to keep your, you need to add your cognitive services key. I just added that one also. So now let me go back to the modify search, copy the path, and then we need to execute this command. I mean, they are asking us to go and look at it, all the changes which they are trying to modify. And let me check that. See that it's there. Let's go ahead and do this modify search command. So it's updating the skill set. So it's trying to update this index. The same error message I've seen that it says that meta storage name can't be changed, and field mapping specifies target field as URL. That is not present. We saw that the URL was not present in that. So that's the reason that there'll be a small change. So here I just commented sentiment and URL because of these two exceptions over here. It didn't update it properly. So it didn't update the index as well as indexes. Maybe there's some issue mapping the fields properly. I'll just need to look deep into that. After that, we have to come and add our Azure AI search and key, and then we need to execute it. Rest everything is in place. Microsoft has already endpoint and its key, so that it goes and looks at it. So it's the world also. Let me see the data mining. Las Vegas is there, so you can with the Las Vegas. Spot this. Where is the meta? Where's the file name? Oh, this is the reviews. These are coming from reviews because filter by that is from this one. So you can see Las Vegas, two places it's been mentioned. One is in the Las Vegas browser, this one being for it's this one. Okay, now if I don't do that, now it's giving the reviews as well as the files from the travels company. Okay, so I think today's was full of action. Hope you guys have enjoyed and learned something. That's from me. Back to you, Rashmita.
Thank you so much, Swami. Let me share my screen. Okay. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us today. Please scan the QR code and do share your feedback. Today's event ID is 25581, and feel free to use the Learn module link. This will give you access to additional resources to take your learning further. Thank you all once again and enjoy the rest of your day.